I'm Dana Denthaw, and you're watching FYI. Finding a workout that excites and motivates can be a daunting task, but one Ann Arbor gym is throwing away the free weights and reaching new heights in acrobatics. The Aviary is a supportive circus space allowing students to soar.
The Aviary is a place for people to learn the aerial arts, which is like aerial fabrics, trapeze, lyra. It's the type of stuff you would see in a Cirque du Soleil show, but this is more of a recreational space where people of all types can access the kinds of things we're doing here.
The Ann Arbor Aviary has been a really good pillar in the circus community in that the instructors here really care about their students. It's not just about doing what brings people in fast and teaching you how to do the coolest Instagram trick. It's about preparing you for success, regardless of what path you want to do.
It's all fun, it's all play, it's all puzzle solving. It is mentally difficult as well as physically difficult, and it really appeals to people that like to get their instant gratification.
The Aviary's Flexitortion class strengthens bodies for everyday living.
So a lot of people will see their knee problems start to go away. If you have low back problems, you'll find that those are starting to go away because you're building a stronger core, you're building a stronger glute to start supporting the rest of you. You're also going to be learning proper alignment of your feet and posture. It's just offering something that no other gym is going to offer you.
For more info, visit a2aviary.com. Stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly with more news and information. Washtenaw County parks are a destination throughout the year as a place to sled, hike, and enjoy numerous family-friendly activities. Snow Much Fun turned the bitter cold into a playscape for families all over the area.
It's like a winter wonderland almost. There's arts and crafts, there's hot chocolate, there's s'mores, there's fun outside, there's even a petting zoo.
They have chickens and llamas and goats there as well, so you can come in and see any of the animals up close.
We have a little candy cane trail. We've got crafts for the kids to do. We also have some games and a fire pit for the s'mores.
There's also going to be a lot of different crafts. One of them is a snow globe, so they put glitter and glue in there and they mix it all up.
Ice bowling is, they've frozen little ice balls, and then we've set up pins so that they can roll them down the lane.
There's a multitude of winter activities that you can come do within any of our parks at Washtenaw County.
It's an awesome opportunity for parents to kind of bond with their children outside and have fun and just really enjoy this winter weather.
For more on all the Winter Fun Fest activities provided through Washtenaw County Parks and Rec, visit washtenaw.org. Our snow accumulation for the 2019-2020 season has been low, but when the white flakes cover our streets and sidewalks, there's some need-to-know info for residents and business owners. Learn more about snow removal guidelines in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hello, my name is Robert Keller with the City of Ann Arbor. Winter means snow and ice, and that makes it hard for people to get around the city, especially pedestrians. So as a resident and business, you need to do your part and help clear your sidewalks of ice and snow. What does that mean? Well, for residents, it means any snow accumulation greater than 1 inch has to be cleared within 24 hours. If you're a business, any snow accumulation by 6 a.m. needs to be cleared by noon the same day. So help do your part, clear your adjacent sidewalks, crosswalk ramps, and any concrete bus stops that may be adjacent to your property, and help make it easier for people to get around the great city of Ann Arbor.
Dancing starts at the beginning of our existence. As a 6-month-old baby bouncing and clapping to the music, dance follows us through our lives as we maneuver through some of the most life-changing moments. There's a company based out of Ypsilanti that's harvesting the love of movement for all ages and stages. Joining me is Chloe Gray, Artistic Director for Fun Girl and Fun Girl Kids. Welcome to the show, Chloe.
Thank you so much for having me.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and what sort of led you to be a professional dancer?
Okay, so I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, and I danced at the Toledo Ballet from 6 to 17 and always knew that I wanted to dance professionally, so I had very supportive parents. My mom was all about me going to school for dance, so I decided to go to Eastern Michigan where they have a modern-based program. So I double majored in dance performance and women's and gender studies there, and I graduated in 2016. I spent 1 year dancing for Christy Faulkner Dance based in Detroit, and then the following season I danced for Art Lab J. And then I took a year off from performing to kind of figure out where I wanted to fall in terms of my professional career and my teaching career, and decided to open Fun Girl. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with dance.
Yeah, so that's a great story because it's really like you have been following your passion pretty much your entire life.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely couldn't do it without the support of my loved ones and family. I think so often kids, just teaching high school age students and really wanting to push them to go into dance after high school, it's really important to have a supportive family behind you, because a lot of times it's like, well, you're not going to make any money. What are you going to do with a dance degree? So I was lucky enough to have a mom that, you know, told me to go for it and wasn't focused on me, you know, settling on something practical. Yeah, she just always told me, like, if you want to dance, you'll find a way to pay your bills doing it. And I've been lucky enough to figure that out as I go.
Well, and you found your niche in Ypsilanti, which,
Right.
I mean, I'll say right now, my daughter goes to your classes, and we're Ann Arbor based, so you don't have to be from Ypsi to go to the classes.
Yeah, and I'm very Ypsi proud. I love living in Ypsi. I love my community. I love how tight-knit Ypsilanti feels, especially in terms of local business and the support that we offer one another. But yes, we're open to pulling from all areas, but we will be staying in Ypsilanti. That's a goal of mine, to be very Ypsi-focused as the business moves forward.
And all the classes are out of Riverside Art Center?
Yes, as of right now, all of the classes are out of Riverside Art Center. We have been there since September of 2018.
So why don't you talk about, let's first talk about the class my daughter's in, which is for 3 to 5-year-olds.
So the 3 to 5-year-old class, last year in December, that class began, and we had 3 students in there. We now have 15. So
that's grown a lot in a year.
Yeah, that growth has just been so awesome. And the parents who've just been pulling and networking for me, I'm so appreciative to them. So the 3 to 5-year-old class is an intro to dance class. We do a little bit of ballet and jazz technique, a lot of creative movement. So really allowing the kids to get into their own bodies and have fun. I think that a lot of dance when you're younger is repetition and copying the instructor, which is great, and you need that structure, but we tend to lose focus on the creativity aspect of things. And then when students are 13, we're like, hey, now it's time to improv and find this self-confidence and creativity that really hasn't been fostered from a young age. So it's important to me to start that in these toddlers where they feel confident getting up in front of the class and like showing off their moves and figuring out what their own movement vocabulary is.
So a lot of like learning how to dance is also being confident in your sort of freestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like I said, that's just not something that we place a lot of emphasis on in children. So that's something that I'm very dedicated to with the Fun Girl program. Like I want to see how Kiki moves on her own and how she feels in her body. And I also want her to learn how to do a plie in first position. And I think that both of those things can exist at the same time as long as we're mindful about having those in the space.
So obviously, if you have a 3, 5-year-old, you can be in that class for a couple years, and then you
Yes.
move on to the next age range, which
Yes.
that sort of sits well together, those 6 to 8-year-olds.
Yeah, it does. So right now, I don't think I actually have anyone that's 8 in that class, and that class is small. There are 3 girls, one is 6, and then the other 2 are 7. And it's been really fun watching them grow as a team this year. I like having smaller class sizes because I think it really allows for me to give individual attention, especially at that age. I mean, that's when they're doing the bulk of their technical training and learning. So I can really focus on each individual child. And yeah, so they moved up into that class. It's an hour long. They do about 30 minutes of ballet bar technique and about 30 minutes of jazz technique across the floor. And then we incorporate learning choreography and their routines into the class, which they just finished their first contemporary routine. And now they're on to their jazz for a recital in June. And I'm just amazed by that class. I was having my assistant do their dance in front of them, and last week I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna take Miss Michelle away and I wanna see how much you know. And they knew the whole thing. And I checked in with them and they all were saying like, oh, I've been practicing for my parents. I've been practicing in my room. Can you email the music? So it's really cool to watch their enthusiasm as a team and individuals blossom through their technique and learning choreography.
I will say, I watch the videos you post, even if it's not like my daughter's class,
Yeah.
and I saw those girls, and I was absolutely amazed by what they were doing.
I'm
I mean,
so glad.
I cannot believe these girls are like 6 years old.
Yeah, well, so Leona, one of the students, the tinier of the ones in there, she's the 6-year-old, and I've had Leona in my classes since last December. So she started in my introduction to dance for 3 to 5-year-old class and then turned 6 over the summer, so I bumped her up. So I've had her for about a year, and then the other 2 girls started with me, I think in October and then late November.
You'd never be able to guess.
Yeah, so I mean, you can imagine how proud I feel of them because they have just blossomed in these last few months. And I think it probably does help that they're in a more intimate setting with it just being myself, my assistant, and the 3 of them. So, you know, we chit chat while we get warmed up, and I'm really getting to know them, which I think now they're allowing that to really shine through in their dancing.
I think it's obvious that your passion and competence for dance really resonates with the girls,
Yeah.
or the kids in general, because there's boys in the
Right.
class too. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they would feel comfortable doing those things if it weren't for having a strong teacher leading them.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not afraid to be silly. So, you know, and I'm like, we're going to dance like a tiger. I'm on the floor dancing like a tiger with them because I want them to know that that kind of, I don't know, whimsy and excitement for movement can exist when, you know, they probably think I'm ancient when they look at me like, how old are you? I'm like, old. But I want them to know that that can exist as they get older and that the excitement for movement is still there. Yeah, I want to be a hands-on teacher. So any way that I can do that, I'm doing it.
And then, so does it just go from 6 to 8 to the adult company then?
Yeah, so as of right now, that's kind of where our student base lies, the 6 to 8-year-old class. I have offered a 9 to 12-year-old class in the past, but you have to figure around that age, students have mostly settled into their studios. So that's why I'm building up. I mean, these 3-year-olds.
So potentially we could see, you know, as your 6 to 8-year-olds
Yes.
become 9-year-olds.
Exactly. Then those classes will begin to develop because it's my goal to have the kids in the 3 to 5-year-old class when they're graduating from high school. So that's why I'm really investing in these younger students, and then that will help us build up the program. And then it does move into the adult company.
All right, well, we're out of time, but if you want to just tell people why they should check out Fun Girl
Yeah.
Kids and a website.
Yes, so our website is fungirldance.com. Our Instagram is fungirldanceco for the professional company, and then fungirl.kids for the children's and adults program. And Fun Girl is fundamentally queer and based in racial representation. And I think that's what really sets us apart in the world of dance, not just in Michigan, but in general. So if you're looking for safe spaces for children to feel confident in their gender and their race and really celebrate those things, Fun Girl's the place for you.
All right, well, thank you so much,
Thank you
Chloe.
so much.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.